Everybody gang, 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 to the gang come get 'em, to the gang come get 'em. Where you from? Everybody gang, 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 to the gang come kill 'em, to the gang come kill 'em. There you go. Everybody gang, 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 to the gang come get 'em, to the gang come get 'em. Where you from? Everybody gang, 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 to the gang come kill 'em, to the gang come kill 'em. There you go. Damn, cuz. Snitching on the homie, it's all black and white, and you telling on him, dummy. Instagram and Facebook, twisting up your fingers. Sitting up in court, could've sworn you was a singer. You look scared as hell.
I am jamsradio.com.
What up, though, everybody? This is Moski, man. You tuned in to I Am Jams Radio. We got
Jamal in the building.
Oh, yeah. We also have a special guest on the line, my man Balyztyk. What up, though?
What's cracking? What's cracking? Glad to be here. Let's do it.
That's what's up, Balyztyk. Like I say, man, before we start the show, we want to, give you a chance to let everybody know who you are, you know what I'm saying, and what you got in the works so they know exactly what's going on with you.
Oh, no problem. I'm an indie artist, independent artist for those who don't know. My name is Balyztyk, even though it's spelled differently, I'm still Balyztyk. I'm from Long Beach, California. I'm signed to independent label Dove Gang Records. And right now we're pushing singles. The first single that I'm pushing right now is Gang Gang. And it's out right now. We're pushing and it's available everywhere. It's for sale everywhere. And right now that's the movement.
That's what's up, man. And how's that single doing, that Gang Gang single, man? How's it doing?
Surprisingly, it's doing well, to be completely honest with you. I'm surprised, shocked at the same time. We released Gang Gang July 17th after a bunch of promotion behind it, the best of our ability at least. And when it released, it took off. So by, I think, August 16th, it was over 100,000, like 120, 125,000 streams. And right now, middle of August, about the end of August, we're looking at about 250,000 streams.
That's what's up.
So far.
That's a great job, man. You guys must have been doing some hell of a pushing, boy. The song just taking off. Sometimes the songs just take off. You know what I'm saying? You put it out there and people just love it. You know what I'm saying? It goes viral. Yeah.
That's true. But at the same time, I'm a firm believer that I don't care if it's pushing a song or new vacuum. If nobody knows about it, you're not going to do nothing.
Oh, that's true. That's
Real
true
talk.
Right there. Yes, sir.
Folks got to know about it because they like it.
Exactly. As far as the title, Gang Gang, how did you come up with that title?
Simple reason. I hear a lot of kids and a lot of teenagers, young adults, Instagram models, all these different people, even in real life, running around. They're using gang gang and they're tossing them different things with their finger shouting gang gang, and they're really not from nowhere. That seems to be the new trend, the new hashtag, the new thing to say. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, based on my experience, about 95% of them are fraudulent. Don't know nothing about nothing. So I figured, why not make a song regarding that? Name the song Gang Gang, which is a current term and catchphrase. I'll catch their attention. They're already saying it, so once they see it in print, it'll catch their attention.
Exactly. What motivates you, because I know it's a lot of artists out here, and I know, like you just said, that single is taking off. But some artists, it's flooded with the game and everything. Everybody trying to make it. And I know people get frustrated when people don't buy or stream their music. So what keep you motivated to keep you going with to stick with this rap shit, man?
To be completely honest with you, there's several reasons. I'll try to give you just a few. Okay. I don't want to take up too much time and whatnot. But one reason is because you can't fail unless you try. And we don't know what's going to pop off until you actually push it to the very best of your ability. You can't push it anymore. And then after you can't push it anymore, I feel like try it just a little bit longer, And then part of my motivation, another reason is because I've sat back for several years and I've looked at, in my opinion, great people such as Birdman and P. Diddy and Master P. And these are individuals who own everything. They do everything. And they started without help. And here they are, monsters in the game. They write their own ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I sat back and I watched their mistakes. I watched what they've done. And instead of just watching that, I've used my phone, my laptop, my tablet, because the internet's for a reason. It's not just for stupid stuff. So I Google things I didn't understand and I cross-reference, and next you know I learned. So now that I learned, I have a better idea of the business side of music, then I understand that, yeah, it's 90% business, 10% music. So, you know, your music could be good or bad, but if you got a hell of a marketing strategy behind you, a hell of a business model, it's going to sell regardless.
Exactly, man. Some good pointers right there. Good pointers right there,
So
man.
that's some of my motivation.
Okay, man. That's good. But Farzan, how long you been rapping, man? How long you been in the game doing this?
Let me see. I started at 12 years old. I recorded my first official song in an actual, well, not an actual, but in a home studio at 12 years old. And I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea about bars and measures or sequences or nothing. So I would hop on a track. And, you know, I listened to all kind of music, and I heard breakdown, courses, and hooks, and bridges.
Right.
I would hear a beat, no pen and pad, and I would start rapping.
Yeah.
And the engineer would tell me when to stop, you know, and then I make up something for the hook, and then he tell me to punch back in. I start rapping again. So the first few years, my songs were trash. But I was a kid, so nobody said nothing. Like, man, you're a kid, never mind, you'll learn. So I've been since 12 years old and taking it seriously. I started taking it seriously at 14, then stopped. Start taking it seriously again around, I'm going to say 21, stopped. Start taking it seriously again around 24, then stopped. And then here I am now taking it serious. And because now, with all these stops and starts, I've learned the business side. I've learned the paperwork. I've learned what it actually means. So many people are hung, even now in 2019, so many people are stuck on, let me rap, let me sing, let me go hard, and that's going to be good enough. That's nowhere near good. That's not even 2% of your problem.
Exactly. Yeah. So a part of the stops was frustration from the game, you know, or was it just other interests and life situations?
Both. I never lost interest, but frustrating because everybody that I knew, well, I'm going to say almost everybody that I knew was either trying to or had already reached out to Snoop for help or they reached out to Cube. And in California, we got a lot of stars out there. So,
exactly.
And these stars at one point came from neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's always somebody in that neighborhood who remembers when Ice Cube had an afro, remember when Ice-T was still peeing in the bed. There's always somebody out there who knows those things, who can reach out to them. So we have an LA mentality is to let me do something and get to somebody. That's our mentality even now. And so I didn't want to be that person. I always told myself, if I'm gonna make any kind of noise, I don't care if it's a little bit of noise, I want to do it on my own. You know, and if somebody sees me and say, hey man, I want to collaborate, I want to do something, I want to add to it, then that's fine. But until then, I want to suffer and grind on my own so that way I learn. Because so many artists will get deals, even big deals. And then 2-3 years later, we hear them in Double XL, Source, or whatever, and they're complaining, oh, labels are evil, I hate labels, they rob me. No, that didn't happen. Is that what it was that you didn't read your contract,
exactly.
You didn't understand it, and you trusted a crook of a lawyer that referred to you by the label itself, and you got raped.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I don't want to be that artist.
I know that's right, man. So I guess it's good, man. You took time out to learn the game, and then you come back, and then you hit them with this single right now, and it's doing great numbers. You know what I'm saying? It can only go up. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
Now that gang, those numbers seem like they're moving. So I know what's your next step? You gonna get a video coming forward or something that you're gonna be pushing next?
Actually, yes. We're working on a video. I've already written out what I want to do, and we have two options so far is that either shoot it all in Long Beach and combine, different neighborhoods in Long Beach to show a little bit of a unity, maybe a little bit of a peace, and shoot in that aspect, or shoot in multiple areas and try to show a broader perspective of unity and stuff like that. But because at the end of the day, gang not just about one set or one focus or one group. It's about everybody. Because, if I said from Long Beach to Canada to Detroit, New York, Texas, we all got projects, hoods, and areas where you had a bunch of real ones getting it in, and you got the ones who pretended to be.
Exactly.
So I believe everybody can relate when they hear gang. So that's why I want to make it more of an open market for everybody.
So down there in Long Beach, man, have you had had a chance to work with any up and coming great artists down there, or any artists that's already known and vets? You got a chance to bump
No,
into?
no,
Not yet.
no, none of the big names, no big names. I haven't worked with any big names. I mean, just as Long Beach. So I bumped into them. I've seen them. May have shared 2 or 3 words, a hi and a bye or something, but never anything past that.
Okay. As far as like the artists that you like to listen to, and you know what I'm saying, coming from Long Beach, that West Coast, who would you like to work with down in that area? Any like artists that you would like to work with down there?
You know what? It's a cliche thing to say, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's a beast. Based on his track record, in my opinion, the man does not fail. He knows music, and he's a doctor for a reason. But me, I like Battle Cat. I like his music, the way he gets down. A lot of people don't know or don't remember. Battle Cat was the original producer of the Blood and Crips album back in 91, 92. And he did all those beats and whatnot. So I like Battle Cat. I like DJ Quick.
Oh yeah,
beat-wise and music-wise. Lyric-wise. I would like to, one day collaborate maybe with Dub C, Steve-O. And Lil Goldilocks, actually, from the East Side.
Yeah.
We're from the same neighborhood, and I always like to hook up with Lil Goldilocks. He makes some fire beats as well. He's underrated, but he does good work.
Right.
And I like his delivery with his music. So there's a few people out there I like to work with. Because my thing is, I don't want to work with somebody just because they're good. You have to take what you're doing seriously. Because a lot of cats will do music and wait on a team to do something for them, and that song fails.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At
the end of the day, it's a business.
Yes, sir. So what's so you say you're gonna push this one until you hit a certain number at least before you start working on another project? Yes,
the current goal is to push Gang Gang until it hits 1 million, and then introduce a second single, which is already done, mixed and mastered and ready. We already have a video treatment for that already as well. In fact, the second single was actually originally the first single, but I feel like Gang Gang is more attention getting, so we put that out first. And yeah, there's about 4 singles in the works already to follow behind Gang Gang that I want to push. But I want to wait till that plateau touches 1 million.
Okay, cool. So you one of those.
And I'm only saying that because of the numbers.
Right. Yeah, because it's been doing well, man. That's a great job, man. We congratulate you on that.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate it. Hard work pays off. That's all I'm going to say.
And we still pushing over here at I Am Jams Radio too. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me, gang,
man,
gang.
I see, and I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you too, though. But you say so? You one of those? I know a lot of artists say. Well, some artists say that that they don't believe in dropping albums anymore. They believe pushing a single at a time. And I see that's kind of like your strategy too.
Yes and no. Because I do believe, I don't know what other artists, their reasons are, but in my opinion, dropping, especially if you're unknown, if you're not known, you're trying to get your feet wet like myself. If you drop a whole entire album on somebody, a mixtape or an EP, no one knows who you are, and they're less likely to care. Maybe your mom and dad and auntie might care, but 3 strings and 3 cells don't mean nothing. So I'd rather put out a single, push that single till people either love it or get tired of hearing of it.
Right.
So they're not used to it. They say, okay, we recognize the name Balyztyk. Okay, he's the guy that did Gang Gang. I wonder what this will sound like. Now I have their attention. So if you put out a project, even well-to-do artists, they're putting out projects and they're trying so hard to push a 10-song project, and at the end of the day, they got 4 good songs on it.
All right.
So when you could have had 10 individually gold or 10 individually platinum singles, you now have a double platinum album.
Exactly. Real talk.
And in my business and in my mind, that's bad numbers. That's backwards. And plus, too, I'm from the old school where every artist put out a single first, a clean and an A side and a B side.
Yep, that's true.
And if that single took off, then the label will say, okay, we want you to do an EP or an album, depending on the strength of that single.
Yep, sometimes a follow-up single.
Exactly. Yeah. And one strategy I like, I haven't applied it yet, but one strategy I like was with Birdman and Cash Money. Up until now, they never did singles. if you liked a certain song, you had to buy the entire album at $20 a pop. And that was their strategy from 89 to probably 2004, 2005. And people always ask, well, how do you get so much money? There you go.
Right.
When you're selling a million copies at $20 a pop, and you only owe the label backing you up $3,
Man.
that's $17 in your pocket.
You never lie, man.
You know what I mean?
You can't do that now, though. They could just stream and go get the one song for 99 cents.
Exactly. I mean, you know, that's just the way it goes. So I figured put out the single, let them get to know me, love me or hate me, like it or love it, you know, and then put out a new single. And then once people start saying, we want an EP, we want this, we want that, then by all means, give them, you know, reply to the response. But a mixtape, I'll do a mixtape because that's, in my mind, that's a street project. That's where the street, that's where the hood, that's where the PJ, that's where everyday goes. You know, and back in the day, it was called a compilation CD. So I'm still on that old school mode as far as the way you operate.
Exactly.
On certain things like that. So.
Okay. What about
maybe a mixtape.
Oh, okay. Any shows? You've been doing a lot of shows down there or anywhere else? You know what I'm saying? Any coming up that you want to tell the people about?
There's an upcoming show. It's just to be announced. It's not all the way official yet because I haven't met with the financial manager for the one that's I guess financing everything, because apparently this will be two legends of the West Coast performing there, and they're waiting to get clearance from these guys before they book any other acts. And fortunately for me, one of the guys that I know played my song, and the manager heard it and said, okay, you think he'd be willing to open up and just play this, to do this one song, you know, 2-3 days in a row, hop on stage 3 minutes, do this and hop off. I'm like, that's fine for me. That's cool. So I agreed to it, but nothing's set in stone. Nothing's been signed. So other than that, I've been doing promo, interviews, placements on blogs and stuff like that, because this is a social media driven society. People rather read about you and watch you for 30 seconds than show or spend $100, $50 to see you on stage for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true, boy. You seem like you got a lot of game.
Man, I mean, and I say that because you look at somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine. When he came out, he had number sold out show. You talk about 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 people sold out. You talking about $300-400 a ticket. But where were they? Czech Republic, Russia, Germany, Berlin, stuff like that. It wasn't in the United States. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's only the overseas crowd, the overseas fans. They don't have access to our platforms over here. You know, so they paid for you to show up. And like China, a lot of people don't know. China can't access our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook. They can't access it. So when they hear about you on a fluke, they're willing to pay you, 30,000 yen or wherever the money is over there for you to come and show up and seeing your face off for 3 minutes.
Right. Exactly.
So, and with my research, I learned that. So I rather not so much follow the wave or hop on a trend, but go with the masses, because the young people that's supporting these artists, not the old folks.
Exactly. Yeah, man. I see you got, man. It seems like you got game. You got game. Yeah. You know about the industry, man. That's what's up, man. I'm learning some pointers from you just listening to my damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Man, I don't know everything, man. I'm still learning.
I mean, we all learning, but we can always learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just talking, networking, and communication. Yeah.
Man, on the set, most likely.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, but a lot of people don't want to do it, but
Right. So, I
don't have any pride, though. That's what it is.
Huh?
That's what it is, though. I don't have any pride or an ego. Okay. So I don't care. If you know something that I don't, please inform me,
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's how you learn, man, and get fired and this shit. You know what I'm saying? In anything in life, you know what I'm saying?
That part.
Hell yeah. So when people listen to your music, is it like a certain, what do you want people to get from your music? When they listen to Balyztyk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this Balyztyk new album coming out right now, a new single. Like, what's like your message that you're trying to get out to people or whatever? You know what I'm saying? What do you want people to get from your music?
I'm not gonna. I want to say realness, but I'm not gonna say realness because that's been overused so many times, or keeping it 100 been used so many times. What I want to say is honesty. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care if you disagree with my comments, my opinions. So when you listen to a Balyztyk record or a project, you're gonna get honesty. What I say, I either lived through it or that's how I feel. That's what I think. And if you listen to the lyrics, you'll understand that. Chances are, I'm gonna say something that you either thought in your head and was afraid to say, or you didn't think of yourself. You know, I'm boisterous, I'm bold, so I'm gonna say whatever I feel based at that time. I have no reason to sugarcoat. I'm not gonna tell you. In other words, if you get a Balyztyk record, you're not gonna hear me rapping about a Bentley if I don't own one. You know, I'm not gonna tell you I have a Rolls Royce in my garage, but I'm still living in a condo with a Chevy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell you I got 4 or 5 models and when I don't, when my girlfriend works at Popeyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you and portray something, because as we all see, this is social media. This is smartphone era. You can easily get caught by a fan and not even know it. Like, oh man, Balyztyk lying. He work at Walmart. He ain't doing all this. He ain't trapping. He ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look at him.
Right.
Tattoos and everything. Look at him. You know. So my thing is, why lie? There's too much energy to lie, and I don't care. I'd rather you hear what I say and hate me for it and don't like it than to say, man, Balyztyk a liar. I'm like, no, I ain't no liar. It's just I told you what you didn't want to hear because it's the truth. You ain't gonna call me a liar. You're just not gonna like it. And that's what Gang Gang. A few homies heard Gang Gang. They told me that it's probably gonna work for a few feathers, and my attitude was, who cares?
Yeah,
Get the shoe
that was
fit,
real.
lace them up.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
That was a real response there.
That was some real ass shit that he said right there. Had to soak that in for a minute.
Right.
I mean,
You ain't even have to say you didn't want to keep it real. You kept it real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. No point. I don't care enough to lie.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. We always before we always end this. Wherever you from, we gotta always ask who's your top 5 artists from your city, up and coming or out here. You can name, however you want, but it's just basically shouting out somebody that you know that's on the rise where you from, or somebody who already moving where you from. Man, we just want to hear your top 5.
Top 5. What if they not from where you from?
From Long Beach. Your top 5 from Long Beach.
What is not from Long Beach? Because in my opinion, it has to be talent and drive and hustle. It can't just be music, because you ain't gonna make it.
Well,
You gotta be business. The package to me.
Put the package in there. Name your top 5 with the package. That's how I rather prefer it anyway.
Because my top 5 with the package from Long Beach, then they have to be up and coming, right?
Or it can be somebody that's out, but we prefer up and coming because we indie station.
All right. There's an individual. He's a homie of mine. We're in the same neighborhood. I haven't worked with him yet, but I respect him. I have a lot of respect for him, actually. A lot of respect for him. His name is Lil Bam, and he's the point guard of the streets. And I respect him because he owns his own label. He's a businessman. This man goes to business seminars just like myself. He goes to like TED Talks type situations just like myself. You know, he makes very few mistakes business-wise. He's about his hustle. And from my perspective, from what I've seen, I can't say for a fact, but from what I've seen, he's the only individual from Long Beach, from my neighborhood, who's pushing just as hard as me with his craft and being successful with it. You know, so I respect him for that. So I would say Lil Bam. My top 5, I would say Lil Goldie from the East Siders, because I like his delivery. I like the way he sounds on music, and he's a G about what he says, and I like what he says. So Lil Goldie from the East Siders. Let me see. There's another cat from SOS, but I don't remember the name he goes by, so I can't put him on the list. I would say Young Saghard from the LBC movement, and we always got management. You know, he's hustling, he's grinding, he's putting out singles, albums, videos. You know, he's pushing. I'm gonna say, let me see who else. Top 5. That's 2. Myself, put me on the list. I mean, I'm a fan of myself. I appreciate myself. And in fact, let Balyztyk be number 1, and Lil Bam be number 2, and Young Sag be number 3.
What's up? All right.
Because I like myself. I like what I do, and then if I couldn't put an artist, I'll put a company from Long Beach rooted in Long Beach or rooted from Long Beach is now in Vegas. I'm gonna say Dove Gang Records. I salute that label. You know, as far as the fifth artist, I'm gonna say the Dirty Bird movement, the Dirty Bird gang. That consists of a few artists from Long Beach, and they're all collectively pushing. So I'm gonna say the Dirty Birds.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, man. That's like shouting out to up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying, from your city, man. Top 5 from Long Beach, man. Oh yeah, man.
Right on. 2 high ones.
Yeah. So before we get out of here, man, we're gonna leave you with the flow. If you got anything you want to tell the people about as far as up and coming projects, of what's next for Balyztyk, the next move, how they can contact you or anything, man, you got the flow.
You can reach me Instagram, Twitter at Balyztyk, BALYZTYK. Instagram at Dove Gang Records, spelled correctly. Twitter, the same thing. Upcoming project is more push for Gang Gang. We're not at 1 million streams yet, so I'm not satisfied. And probably won't be satisfied. If we hit 1 million, I'm going to want 1 billion. So, you know, I'm
flat out.
I'm a different kind of person. You know, so that's the upcoming project. And the next project, the new single, it's called Sitting in the Trap. And that's more of a West Coast trap music, like a trap style beat, trap style lyrics, because I want to show people that, yeah, we can do G-Funk on the West Coast, but I can also throw you some trap as well. So my down south cast, my Midwest cast can feel it too. And that's pretty much it. I'm on IG almost every day at Balyztyk.
Balyztyk, man. Y'all heard him, man. Make sure y'all follow and support him, man. The boy is moving, man. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
And if you can't find me, go to I Am Jams Radio at I Am Jams Radio, and I'm on there too.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Balyztyk, my dog, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah, man. Good time, man. We're gonna close it out with this gang real quick, man.
Gang, baby. Balyztyk.